Hello friends, welcome to Code Crush Coding. In this video, we are going to learn another feature of Java 8, which is a Lambda expressions. Lambda expression is basically a type of method without any name. So they are the type of method, but they don't have any name. Think of it as a way to create a small anonymous functions. So they are used to create a small anonymous functions. And what are anonymous functions? These are the functions without a name. A lambda expression is a short block of code which takes in parameters and returns a value. So we can provide arguments to it, that is a parameter, and it will return as a value. What is the syntax of lambda expression? So here inside the round brackets we can provide the argument list. So here we have two arguments and type is integer. So integer argument 1, another is string argument 2. Then we need to provide the arrow token. And after the arrow token we can have the body of lambda expression. So this is basically a body of method, and inside this body we can provide the method implementation. So here we are providing one println statement which is saying two arguments, then we are printing argument 1 and argument 2. So main thing is there are three important parameters in a lambda expression syntax. First is the argument list, then we have arrow token, and then we have body of lambda expressions. There are three lambda expression parameters mentioned below. First thing is it can have a expression can have a zero parameter, single parameter, or multiple parameters. Here we have two parameters. Let's see the examples of zero parameter, single parameter. So see, no parameter. Here we have just provided the round brackets. The argument list is empty. Then we have a arrow token, and then we are printing the message here. So this is also a lambda expression. Another one is a one parameter. Here we can provide it just one parameter, which is a name, and then we are trying to print the name, hello name. One thing to notice here is the data type can be optional here. We don't need to provide the data type for it, int or string in the argument list. Another is a two parameter one. Here we are providing two parameters, a comma b, and in the body we are trying to print the two numbers a plus b. So why these lambda expressions are used in Java 8? So lambda expressions are used to provide implementation to functional interface. And what is a functional interface? An interface with exactly one abstract method. And we already know abstract method does not have any implementation. So to provide the implementation to functional interfaces, we make use of lambda expressions. How to make use of lambda expressions to implement the functional interface? Let's see that. So here I have one package called Lambda. Inside this package, I will first declare an interface, and that will be a functional interface. You can provide any name to the interface. Let's say the name of interface is my interface. This will be a functional interface. So we will declare just one abstract method. Let's say void do something. This is my name something, and this is my abstract method. So this is a functional interface, right? An interface with only one abstract method. Now we will have one more class inside this package. Let's declare a class, let's say test, and this will have a main method. And now what we want to do inside the main method of this class, we want to create the implementation for this method. And what is the method here? Do something. So how we can do it? So here we need to provide the interface name. So I will say here my interface, and we will say object is equal to new my interface. And what is happening here, when you are trying to create the object of my interface, then you need to provide the implementation of do something method, because that is a abstract method. So by default this is getting populated when we are trying to create the object of it. So what is happening here, once you type my interface, then the curly brackets are open, the curly brackets are closed here with the semicolon, and inside that you have this method, and you need to implement this method because this is an abstract method. Okay, and now I can implement here. Let's say I need to print here something sys out, and I will say here doing something. I will print the message here doing something. Now we have implemented this method, And now I can call this method with the help of object that we have created. So obj dot, then we can call this method do something. And now let's try to run the code. Okay, so we are getting the message as doing something, right? Because we have implemented the do something method of functional interface. So what we have done here, we have implemented that method. But you will see here, we haven't used any lambda expression here, right? So we have seen the syntax of lambda expression, how they are used, right? Argument list, arrow token, body of lambda expression. So before Java 8, this was the way to provide the implementation of functional interface. But with the help of Java 8, that is the feature Lambda expressions, it will be more easier. So what we can do, we can just remove this entire thing. Instead of creating this object with the help of new keyword and all these things here, opening the curly brackets, we can directly remove it. So what we can do, we can remove this particular method also. So we will remove this method. We will just have the round brackets here of that method, and we will remove this part also, my interface and this curly bracket and closing of it. So I have removed this part, right? Now we are remaining with this only. Let me adjust it to up a line. Okay, and now here I will provide a arrow token. So here we have provided arrow token, then we have an argument list. In this case the argument list is empty, then we have arrow token, and this is our body. Now there is only a single line, right? So we can also remove this curly brackets. I will remove this curly bracket here, remove this curly bracket. Now see, our code has become much more easier and easy to understand. So that is the use of Java 8. So here you can see all these lines we have just reduced to a single line. So what is happening here? We are trying to create the object of my interface. Inside this interface, we know that there is only one method and that does not take any argument, right? It is empty round brackets. So that is the implementation that we have provided, round brackets, arrow token, and this is a line that we need to implement. So I will just change the message here to test it. So I will say doing something with doing something lambda. Let's say that doing something lambda. Now if I try to run this code, see, we are getting the message doing something lambda, and we have reduced many lines of code here, right, with the help of lambda expression. So this is our lambda expression here. In the coming video, we will see more methods or more ways of lambda expression. So this was a simple way. Now to summarize this, we have taken here an example. We have one interface, that is a functional interface. We have a single abstract method called do something. So if you want to provide the implementation of it, so what you need to do, you need to create the object of my interface, and then you need to provide a new my interface, then you need to provide the implementation of do something method, and then you can call it with the help of object of it. But with the help of lambda expression, you have reduced this entire lines of code to a single line of code. See, this is an argument list. We have removed all these parts to make it simple and easy to understand, and the output will be same. So why use lambda expression? Because we have a less code, we have more readability, and it enables functional programming in Java. In the next video, we will see another example of lambda expression.